What's going on, everybody? I'm Stephanie James. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is tourism broken? And I just want to talk about this today because I feel like, I talk about travel a lot and traveling, exploring and going and taking these ventures and these journeys. But I think it's also important to talk about some of the bad things that can come if you travel irresponsibly, or just like not even irresponsibly, but sometimes people are just naive about certain things if they haven't been before. So hopefully this video will dispel some of those things for people. So number one is over tourism. There are so many different places that you can go. I know the Romes, the Colosseums in Rome, the Eiffel Tower, like there are places on people's bucket list, and I respect that because I've been that person that wants to see that thing and go to that thing. But also I just recommend that even if you have to go to this one bucket list item, I still haven't been to the Taj Mahal and it's on my list, and I know there's a lot of tourism there. Add something to your itinerary that is also off the beaten path, that the locals recommend. Like, hey, everybody goes here, but the best one to see is actually in this city, in this small city off the beaten path. Everybody goes to Athens, Mykonos, and Santorini, but there's some really amazing islands that people have never heard of in Greece. And Croatia is an alternative to Greece. And, there's just places that haven't been as popularized, but they're just as beautiful and Instagram worthy as the next place. And so just keep in mind, over tourism, it can put strain on the economy because their public transportation was not ready to hold all those people. It can put strain on the communities because they start to get pushed out. Their rents are being raised because you have these tourists coming in that have more money. I think that's a common thing that's happening currently in like Mexico and Thailand, where it's very cheap for US, UK, Australians, Canadians to go there because our currency is stronger. But what is that doing to the local community, right? So I'm not saying I'm perfect and I've been guilty of all the things that we're talking about today, but I think the first step is for all of us to be aware, be mindful, and even if we make small changes, it can make a big wave. The second one is performative travel, right? I'm clearly here. I love talking about travel. I have every picture from everywhere that I've been that you can think of, but I think there is a fine line between getting the content and being present and enjoying yourself. So early on, I was, spending a lot of time to get the perfect shot and make sure I get this angle and get this thing and fix the coloring and all of those things. And it's fun. It's fun for me, and that's why I spent time doing it. But I also recommend that we also just be present. So now, more so, I will spend the first 5 to 10 minutes at a place getting a nice shot, getting a good video, getting a good picture with the thing that I wanted to see, and then the rest of the time enjoying. I've literally seen tourists go to the Blue Lagoon and be filming themselves the entire time. They're not talking to the friend that they came with, that they traveled all the way from the United States with to be there. They are not engaging with any person that's there from all around the world. That's like a beautiful networking opportunity to talk to those people that are literally right next to you, that probably will never be right next to you again, from Uzbekistan, London, Greece, and Tokyo, right? And instead you're filming yourself the entire time. And you just miss the moment, right? You miss the moment, you miss being present. So yes, I'm also into social media and sharing my travels and telling these stories. But I think there's a line that we should keep that's like, take some time to do those things, and then the rest of your time to actually be present and really enjoy where you are, because you don't know when you'll be back again. And all we ever really have is the present moment. The third thing would be economic imbalance. And so as much as you can, and it depends on what type of traveler you are. If you're a luxury traveler, then this might not be the bullet point for you. But if you're open, like to be in the middle, which is kind of my vibe, I'm not like staying in hostels, but I'm also not staying in 5-star hotels all the time. So I really enjoy supporting the local Airbnb hosts when I can, because it pours back into the community. I enjoy supporting local restaurants and shops and bodegas instead of going to the bigger grocery stores. I enjoy getting to know the people in the community and supporting them in efforts that they're doing, that they're working on. So a lot of time we give our money to these all-inclusive resorts, to cruises, and that's just putting the money back into the big corporations instead of really supporting the local communities. So it creates this economic imbalance where the companies are dropping you off in Budapest and Prague each week, and they're benefiting, but the local community in Prague and Budapest are not benefiting as much from the tourism dollars. So just be mindful of that and how you can support the locals in your travels. And the other piece to be mindful of is disrespecting cultures, right? And we talked a little bit about it in a previous video, but it's so important to do a little bit of research before you go someplace so you can be mindful and respectful when you get there. I know we've all seen the video of the woman running up a sacred temple in Mexico when it was nobody was supposed to touch the stairs, and she ran all the way to the top. We've seen people in Thailand disrespecting the temples. We've seen people peeing on Holocaust memorials. Like, come on, guys, like have some couth, right? And I think a way to, one, prevent that is, one, not be completely drunk in these locations, doing things that are outside of your sanity. But number two is also just like learning before you go about the customs, the culture, if you need to have your hair wrapped, respecting that, if you should take your hat off in a certain venue, respecting that. And so I think that will help us travel more responsibly as well. It's just like having, couth, please, when you go to these places. And I think too, like, it's just so important of like what travel should be if you really want to learn and you want to grow and you want to be a responsible traveler. I think slower travel is becoming the better way to go, because you can spend time with the people, you get to learn their language, you get to eat their food, and maybe go to a church service or a temple ceremony, or you can go and watch the monks be given alms in Laos, right? Like having these cultural experiences is really a way to connect to a place. Being able to connect to the people of the place will make you feel more rooted in that experience, and it will have more core memories for you when you think back on a location. If you sit right now and you think about a place that a cruise ship dropped you off, you went there, you ate some food, you did a jet skiing excursion, and you got back on the boat, that place is not going to hold as much resonance with you as if you went there, sat with a local, had a conversation about how they started their business, bought some earrings from the local. These are from Belize, made out of coconut, by the way, from the Mayan culture, but bought something that they made, or supported their business in a certain way. Like, those are the memories, those are the people, those are the moments and the times that stick with you the most. So I just want to encourage all of us to continue traveling, continue exploring. I'm not judging anybody for any way that you enjoy traveling. I'm just giving some tips and tricks on how we can all travel more responsibly. So I hope this resonated with somebody today. Like it, subscribe, share this with somebody who would also love to come on this journey. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Much, much love. Later.